Hey everybody, Pastor Jeff, your Gen X pastor here. Oh, it's bright out here. Anyway, I just I have a lot on my mind, and sometimes that's a bad thing when I start talking. But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna say this: if you're having doubts about what you're hearing, then it's probably because it's a lie. When you're turning on your television, your internet, whatever you're taking in any kind of news with, and you're sitting there thinking, this just doesn't seem right. You know, it seems like such a simple thing. They couldn't have got this wrong. They certainly couldn't have. And for years hadn't gotten protecting the president wrong. And even when they did the last time, it was nothing like this. It was a much closer confrontation. And I'll tell you what, whenever you see government officials unwilling to answer questions, having to be subpoenaed to talk, and so on and so forth, which is always, by the way, something's being covered up. Because they're leaving it open now to conspiracy. They'd rather do that than tell the truth about whatever happened last weekend. And frankly, it doesn't even matter anymore. Oh, you can probably hear my air conditioner. Because whatever they come out with and say at this point, we're not going to believe. So we've got that going. But we've also got a sudden departure of Joe Biden from the race. I don't believe the reasoning behind it. Obviously, he was taken out because he couldn't beat Trump. That's the only reason why they did it. He could be a vegetable. He probably is a vegetable. He could be on life support. Maybe he is on life support. I don't believe COVID. I don't believe any of it. And I have been like this since I was a kid. So wonder that my hair is not a lot grayer. My beard is making up for it. But I have not trusted what came out of our media or our government's mouth since I was a kid. And this is the top. We are now to a part of life where nothing can be trusted in a world. But we're citizens of heaven. We're here and we're temporary citizens of earth, and we vote here and we reside here and we're given rule over here, and that's actually what God wants us to do. And that's why I'm telling you this. We are at a very, very high level, high threat level of supernatural things manifesting themselves on earth. Leviathan has to show himself to pull off the things that he wants to do now, and it's so much easier to see because honestly, man's eyes are more open and information is more accessible. And so the Leviathan, the squeezers, the ones in control, which it's inhabiting people, but this is a spirit, and it has to show itself. You see a process happening in our government where certain people are telling another government official it would be better for the country if you step down, even though he's already been nominated, even though they've said you're the one that we want to run. Now they figured out, he's not going to win, so they're forcing him out. Make no mistake, they're forcing him out. He doesn't want out. He's a power-hungry mongrel. And so is his wife, and his son needs him to get him out of jail, out of prison. This is a game to these people, and the most powerful and the most demented ones are going to win on both sides, except for one caveat. There's a disruptor. His name is Trump, and he has disrupted them. That's why they tried to kill him. They tried everything. just as things build up, they've tried to ruin his reputation. They've tried to destroy his finances. They tried to get him in prison. They've tried everything to take away his credibility, which tells me that there's still something going on that they can't control, because they're trying to do that to stop us from voting for him, because whatever it is they did last time to control the vote, they don't have that this time, and they don't want him in this race, and he still is. So they had to take one of their own out, which is just a puppet anyway. But they had to take one of their own out to try to compete with him more. I still don't know if Kamala Harris is their person, but I know this. They're desperate. And desperate demons have to manifest, and they've manifested. And you can see it. And I told you crazy was coming. I told you manifestation of demons was coming. You know, if you think that one 20-year-old kid is the culprit, and it's all settled now, it's all done. If you think that because this Secret Service director, she purposely walked in there, said nothing, and took the fall, because there's much more to it. And all she had to do was sit there and not say anything, take the fall, resign, and get paid whatever large lump sum they were going to give her to just go away and never ever say anything about this. Now, these are things I believe. I believe it because I believe it about the last major assassination attempt in this country and the one before that. And who knows? But I believe it. If they want to protect the man, they can protect him. They don't want to protect him. How far it goes and who did what, we may not know. Maybe our grandkids or our great-grandkids. But then again, maybe if Trump becomes president, we find out a lot of stuff that they don't want us to know. And if that's the case, then they actually may take another shot at him somehow. They got a lot of ways to do this stuff. And we're looking at a lot of crazy stuff right now. So pray. This is a time when the church can use your real voice to speak out against it, but also to speak to heaven about it. Pray what God wants you to pray. I'm going to start doing some things that I don't do about politics a lot. I'm talking way more about it than I want to, but I'm telling you right now, it's not just politics. This is a supernatural, spiritual battle, and you must be in prayer over it, because it has a lot to do with what's going to happen in this country for the next, not just 4 years. This is at least an 8 to 10 year cycle, where you're slowing down the enemy. Why do we want to slow him down? Why don't we just let this come to a head and end? I got kids. I got kids that I don't know if right with Christ or not all the time. I got friends. I got people I love. And I want them right with Christ. I want the reprise. I want the revival that's going to come. During this whole mess, a revival is going to come. So start praying, start petitioning God, do some fasting, really understand that prophecies are coming true right now, and all this crazy stuff you're seeing in the news, there's a reason for it. And the reason is supernatural. We've got a job as Christians. And if you're not a Christian, you're going to reap the benefits still of all the praying Christians in this world, whether you can acknowledge that or not someday. You already have. I think the one man that the system is afraid of the most, that was the enemy's really good clean shot at taking him out so that the one world order could begin. But if it's not supposed to start yet, if God's given reprieve, or furthermore, if it's not the way it's going to be in the United States, then the people that are running this country have got to go. The Democrats and the Republicans. Make no mistake, I have no alliance with the Republican Party. I don't think that they are somehow special or clean and everything, but I do believe that the Democrats are way more willing to show their face. They're way more desperate, and they're greedier. Their entire position is to hold on to power. Power's everything to these people, and they're losing it. As desperate as they are, you need to be that desperate in prayer for this country. If it's not about you, it's about kids. It's about your kids and your grandkids. If you're on your way out, like the leaders of this country have been, and that's why they've been willing to sell it out. Of course you're going to sell it out if you're not even going to be around for the repercussions of such a thing. Joe Biden. But you know, there's a future here, and it's a godly future, and it's a revival. And I have a feeling that as far as things are gone, we've still got some months worth of wacko, crazy stuff coming. So pray. You can say things too, and you can meme. I like all that stuff right now. I've been pulled into this cycle because, not by my own will, but because I'm supposed to be, because I'm supposed to tell you this and I'm supposed to be praying. I want back out. I want to not care. But there's something about this that God is opening my mind to, and God's opening my heart, and God's having me understand. And I think there's a lot of you like that. It aggravates you to no end, and it makes you mad. But you have to see it, and you have to know what you're praying about. There will be a reprieve. There will be a revival. But pray. Pray like it means everything for your family. Pray like it means everything for your children. Pray. Because it does. And we've got this to do. The demons are manifesting themselves. Make no mistake, when they're trying to kill somebody, when they're hiding things the way they're hiding things that they've done, but you know that they are the ones doing it, they're out. They have to right now. There's no hiding. They just have to do what they're going to do, as if right in your face there's all this horrible stuff happening. Well, they're just going to try and gaslight you and tell you, oh no, that's not happening. That's normal. That's normal. This ain't normal. It's supernatural. See you guys later.